Yo, what's up, everybody? It's Truth Channel. Let me ask you something. You ever just sitting there at your gate waiting to board, and this thought creeps into your head, you know? The one about those metal birds we trust to fly us around? Have you ever wondered what are the scariest moments pilots and passengers have experienced in the air? Well, today, we're diving into the deep end. The top 10 scariest aviation moments caught on camera. Buckle up, because this is going to be a wild ride.
All right, first up, a story that'll make you rethink that aisle seat. Imagine this. You're cruising at 30,000 feet, sipping your ginger ale, when suddenly the engines sputter and die. Silence. That's what the passengers on US Airways Flight 1549 faced back in 2009. Bird strike, both engines gone. Captain Sullenberger, the man, the myth, the legend, had to think fast. No runway in sight, just the icy Hudson River. And you know what? He nailed it. The Airbus A320 splashed down, everyone got out alive. Miracle on the Hudson, they called it. I'm talking every single soul on board. The crew, the passengers, even the little old lady with the oxygen mask. It's the kind of story that reminds you sometimes the impossible happens, and sometimes it's a pilot with nerves of steel who makes the impossible possible.
Next up, a story about being in the wrong place at the wrong time, except in the air, where the wrong place is literally anywhere near another plane. This wasn't some near miss. This was two planes on a collision course seconds from disaster. Think about that. Two massive hunks of metal hurtling towards each other at hundreds of miles per hour. It happened over Japan back in 2001. Japan Airlines Flight 907, carrying hundreds of passengers, comes within spitting distance of a smaller plane. We're talking seconds, people. Seconds from a catastrophic mid-air collision. The JAL pilot, a total badass, pulls a maneuver that should be in textbooks, a nosedive, avoiding the other plane by a hair's breadth. Passengers get tossed around, luggage goes flying, chaos in the cabin. But they lived. They survived. And the pilot? He gets hailed as a hero, obviously. It's a reminder that up there, in the vastness of the sky, even the smallest mistake can have massive consequences.
Alright, let's talk about turbulence. Not the little bumps and shakes you get on a normal flight. I'm talking about the kind of turbulence that makes you question your life choices. The kind that sends your coffee flying and makes you wonder if the wings are about to rip off. In 2017, a United Airlines flight from Houston to London hit some seriously gnarly clear air turbulence. Imagine this. You're cruising along, maybe reading a magazine, when suddenly the plane drops like a rock. People get thrown from their seats, hitting the ceiling, luggage compartments popping open. It's pure chaos. 23 people got hurt, some seriously. It's a reminder that even with all our technology, Mother Nature can still throw a curveball. Clear air turbulence is especially scary because it's invisible to radar. You're flying along, everything seems fine, and then bam! You're in the middle of an atmospheric roller coaster. It's a good reminder to keep those seatbelts fastened, even when the seatbelt sign is off.
You know those first few minutes after takeoff, when the plane is climbing, gaining altitude, and you're still holding your breath a little? Yeah, those minutes just got a whole lot scarier. Picture this. You're on a British Airways flight, just taken off from London, headed for New York. Suddenly, a loud bang, the plane shudders, and one of the engines decides to call it a day. Smoke starts filling the cabin, panic sets in, but the pilots, cool as cucumbers, they handle it like pros. They shut down the engine, turn the plane around, and make an emergency landing back at Heathrow Airport. Talk about a close call. Engine failures are rare, but when they happen, it's a stark reminder that things can go wrong, even on the most routine flights. It's a testament to the training and skill of those pilots, because they brought that plane down safely, with hundreds of lives in their hands. And it's a reminder to us, the passengers, that sometimes a little bit of luck goes a long way.
This one is every flyer's nightmare. The landing gear fails. You're coming in for a landing expecting that smooth touchdown, and then you realize something's wrong. The landing gear isn't deploying. It's stuck. Now imagine this. You're on a LOT Polish Airlines flight coming in to land in Warsaw. Everything seems normal until the pilots realize the landing gear is jammed. They try everything, cycling the gear, going through emergency procedures, but nothing works. The plane is going to have to land without its landing gear. Now this is where it gets really intense. The pilots have to make a decision. risk a belly landing with sparks flying and potential for fire. Or try to ditch the plane in a nearby river. They choose the belly landing. The plane skids down the runway, sparks showering everywhere, the sound of metal grinding against concrete. It's a terrifying sight. But somehow, miraculously, everyone survives. It's a testament to the skill of the pilots, the strength of the aircraft, and a whole lot of luck.
Now, we're getting into some seriously intense territory. We're talking about a situation where a pilot has to make the ultimate decision: eject. It's a last resort when the plane is beyond saving and the only chance of survival is to blast yourself out of the cockpit. This happened in 2019 during a training exercise in Russia. A Sukhoi Su-57 fighter jet, Russia's most advanced fighter, experiences a critical malfunction. The pilot, realizing the situation is hopeless, decides to eject. Seconds later, the plane crashes, exploding in a fireball. The pilot survives thanks to his quick thinking and the ejection seat. It's a reminder that even with the most advanced technology, accidents can happen. And sometimes the only option is to get out while you still can. It's a testament to the bravery of these pilots who put their lives on the line every time they step into the cockpit.
Fire! It's one of the most terrifying things that can happen on a plane. Trapped in a metal tube, thousands of feet in the air, with a fire raging. It's the stuff of nightmares. In 2010, a Qantas Airways Airbus A380 experienced a catastrophic engine failure shortly after takeoff. The engine exploded, sending shrapnel flying and starting a fire. The pilots, facing a situation that no amount of training could fully prepare them for, managed to land the plane safely. But the fire and the damage it caused was a stark reminder of the dangers of flying. It's a testament to the resilience of these aircraft that they can withstand such catastrophic events and still land safely. And it's a reminder to us, the passengers, that sometimes survival comes down to the quick thinking and bravery of the crew.
Drones. They're everywhere these days. But what happens when a drone gets a little too close to a plane? It's a recipe for disaster. In 2017, a drone came within a few feet of colliding with a passenger plane landing at London Gatwick Airport. The pilots, seeing the drone at the last second, had to take evasive action, narrowly avoiding a collision. It was a close call, and a stark reminder of the dangers posed by drones. It's a reminder that we're sharing the skies with more than just planes these days. And as drones become more popular, the risk of collisions increases. It's a call for stricter regulations and greater awareness. Because a drone hitting a plane could have catastrophic consequences, it's a reminder that we need to be smart about how we use these technologies, because the sky is a shared space.
Lightning. It's a force of nature that inspires awe and fear. And when it comes to airplanes, lightning is a serious threat. In 2019, a Boeing 737 was struck by lightning while flying over Mexico. The strike was so powerful that it left a visible hole in the plane's nose cone. Passengers reported hearing a loud bang and seeing a bright flash. But the plane, designed to withstand lightning strikes, continued flying and landed safely. It's a testament to the engineering of these aircraft, that they can take a direct hit from lightning and keep flying. It's a reminder that even in the air, we're not immune to the forces of nature. And it's a reminder that sometimes we get lucky, and sometimes the plane is built tough enough to handle whatever Mother Nature throws at it.
Hijacking. It's a word that sends shivers down the spine. The thought of someone taking control of a plane, holding passengers hostage, is a terrifying scenario. In 1991, Singapore Airlines Flight 117 was hijacked by 4 men shortly after takeoff. The hijackers, demanding the release of prisoners, threatened the lives of the passengers and crew. But in a daring raid, Singaporean commandos stormed the plane, killing the hijackers and freeing the hostages. It was a tense standoff, with lives hanging in the balance. But the quick and decisive action of the commandos saved the day, proving that even in the most dire situations, there is hope. It's a reminder that there are people out there, trained and ready to respond to these threats, putting their own lives on the line to protect others.
These moments, caught on camera, remind us of the unpredictability of flying. It's a reminder that things can go wrong, even with the best technology and the most skilled pilots. But it's also a reminder of the resilience of the human spirit, the bravery of those who keep us safe, and the incredible engineering that goes into these flying machines. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more content like this. Stay safe and fly smart.